So we're now into the mixed C1 to 5 team sprint qualifying. We have 10 teams to go through. Ireland are starting off their team of Colin Lynch, Cathal Miller and Enda Smith. C1 to 5, by the way, if you're unaware of the classification in cycling, means athletes with an impairment that affects their legs, arms and or trunk, but they compete using a standard bicycle. Ireland to lead things off. First lap of 24.175 seconds, 40.658 for the second lap. .56.401 is the time recorded by the Irish team at a speed of over 47 kilometers an hour. Colin Lynch, Cathal Miller and Enda Smith. Delight for the Irish team, it's a new Paralympic record as well. World record is 49.450. Held by the British team, set last year in Montechiari in Italy. But there's a Paralympic record of 56.401. Nine teams to come. It's the Italians who are coming up next. Team of Roberto Bodnar, Andrea Tolleo and Paolo Vigano. And of course, in case you need a reminding, the fastest two teams will race off for gold later in the day. Third and fourth teams will be going for a bronze medal, of course. But there's confirmation of those times. That world record set by the British team last year and the Paralympic record set just a few minutes ago. And here come the Italians. Roberto Bodnar is 40 years of age. Andrea Tolleo is 28. And getting on a bit is Paolo Vigano, who's 43. Pressure starting to mount after that Paralympic record was set by the Irish team. 24.175 was the time recorded by the Irish team for the first lap. Let's see how close the three Italians come to that. And they're ahead of the Irish team already, 24.212. Just outside the Irish time. And that puts Italy's team of Roberto Bagna, Andrea Tarleo and Paolo Vigano into second place so far. First lap of 24.212, then 41.514 for the second lap, and the final time of 57.095, recording an average speed of 47.289. And here comes Team New Zealander Chris Ross, Nathan Smith and Fiona Southern. Fiona Southern nearest to us at the camera. So the fast time so far today has been recorded by the Irish team of 24.175, I beg your pardon, for the first lap. Already the New Zealand team behind that time. Nathan Smith and Chris Ross putting the hammer down for the second lap. 40.648 was the Irish time, 42.253 for Team New Zealand. As they head into the home straight for a finish time of 57.449, which is the third fastest so far today behind Ireland and indeed Italy. Fiona Southern putting the hard yards in before dipping out of the way to allow Smith and Ross to come powering through for the final meters. Home crowd, of course, very keen on seeing Great Britain coming later because they do hold the world record set last year, as I mentioned, 49.540. But this is the German side of Tobias Graf, Wolfgang Sacher and Stefan Warias. That's Wolfgang Sacher there, who is aged 45. He's in the C5 class. Athletes here using the same bicycle that you'd see anywhere else. It's a standard bicycle. Stefan Warias and Tobias Graf, his teammates on this German side. So we're underway with 3 laps, and to get into the top 2 and have a chance of racing for gold later in the day, 24.212 is the time this German side will want to record after the first lap. Well, they're inside the time so far. Ireland recorded 24.175. .56.011, and that's the fastest time so far. Germany into the top 2. So the Australian team are Michael Gallagher, David Nichols and Susan Powell. You know, they have a lot to do to get close to the German side, who've set a Paralympic record, 56.011 in that last race. The German team of Tobias Graf, Wolfgang Sacher and Stefan Warias leading the way. They're the fastest so far. Ireland second fastest. At the moment it's those two in the gold and silver race-off later today, but we still have this Australian team, the Czech Republic, the United States, Spain, Great Britain and China to come. .23.709 was the German time after the first lap, and Australia so far are faster than that. .40.127 the time for the second lap. Pace maintained 39.626. It's looking good for a Paralympic record if they can break 56.011. .55.347 is a new Paralympic record for the Australian team. Michael Gallagher, David Nichols and Susan Powell. And that puts Australia the fastest team so far. We're halfway through the heats. 5 teams to come, but at the moment it's Australia, Germany, Ireland, Italy and New Zealand in 5th position. So the Czech team of Jiří Buška, Jiří Jezek and Ivo Koblasa know what they have to do. And they're already on target to beat that Australian time. Australia recorded 39.626 for the 2 laps. That's the time we've got to look out for coming into the second lap. 55.357 was the Australian time. 53.751 for the 3rd time today. We have a new Paralympic record, and that goes to the Czech Republic. Jiří Buska, Jiří Jezek and Ivo Koblasa setting the pace in this mixed C1 to 5 team sprint qualification at the London Velodrome. And now it's the turn of the United States to try and get near those times that have been set by the Czech Republic and Australia. 53.751, as you just saw from that fine Czech Republic side. Australian team of Joseph Bareni, he's already broken a world record in his event earlier this week. Sam Kavanagh and Jennifer Schubel. Here comes the USA team looking to get near to that record set by the Czech Republic and certainly get into the top two. Czech Republic and Australia at the moment are the two leading sides. 22.938 was the time set by the Czech Republic team, and already Team America is ahead of that with 21.843. Bareni and Kavanagh putting the hammer down. 37.623, they're ahead of the Czech team. 53.751 was the final score for the Czech side, and that's faster. Terrific run by Joseph Bareni, already a gold medalist at these games. And it's now the USA and the Czech Republic in the top two places. 53.174. Yet again, it's another Paralympic record. Kids in America playing in the background to celebrate. Joseph Bareni, Sam Kavanagh and Jennifer Schubel recording that fastest time so far of 53.174, another Paralympic world record. Still to come, Spain, Great Britain and China. Next up, the Spanish side of Alfonso Cabello, Maurice Tio Echard and Cezanne Yera. Joseph Bareni having a terrific Paralympics in London. And a reminder that the two fastest teams are going for gold later. Third and fourth, of course, are racing for bronze. At the moment, the two fastest teams, the United States and the Czech Republic. Spain may have something to say. Certainly to come after that, expect a raucous home roar for the British side. And finally, China will be the last trio to race in this mixed C1 to 5 team sprint qualification. Alfonso Cabello, aged only 18, Maurice Egartillo and Cesar Niera, the Spanish side. First lap for the United States was 21.843. Spain already well outside that time. .37.623 the American time for the second lap. Spain some 4 seconds down. They're going to struggle to get into the placings. .53.174 was the American time. 56.236 was the Spanish time. And that puts them into 5th place and outside the race for the medals. So we have a top 4 still of the United States, the Czech Republic, Australia and Germany. Spain in 5, Ireland 6, Italy, we saw them earlier there, were 7th fastest, and New Zealand so far in this competition 8th fastest on the track. Coming next, Great Britain. Their team of John Allen Butterworth, Darren Kenny and Richard Wadham. Richard Wadham there heading to the track. Darren Kenny, great record at the Paralympics. John Allen Butterworth, Richard Wadden. Don't forget, of course, they are world record holders. They set that time of 49.540 in Montichiari in Italy in March of last year. But they've got a challenge on their hands now to get anywhere close to the United States and the Czech Republic. 21.843 was the time for the first lap for the United States team a few minutes ago. 20.421 is the British team. Keep an eye on the second lap time of 37.623. 35.794. It looks like the British team are going to head into the top of the rankings, into the gold medal position. They've got to beat a time of 53.174, and they're going to record 49.808. Not only breaks the Paralympic record, not only puts them to the top of the rankings, it's also a new world record for the British team of John Allen Butterworth, Richard Wadden and Darren Kenny. Delight for the home fans. A new world record, 49.808. As a man who's been putting some work in, he looks a bit exhausted. Absolutely hammered the United States time. 4 seconds, best part of 4 seconds faster. In fact, I gave you 3.366 seconds to break that world record and record a time of a speed of 54.208. Now, one team to come, it's China, who know that they're going to have to get at least a time of 53.173 if they're going to meet Britain in the final and pip the United States to that race-off for the gold medal. Darren Kenny there, man with the hair. British team setting the standards, not for the first time on this track, not for the first time in this summer of Olympic and Paralympic Games. Has their cycling team delivered when asked of. Fastest team so far. One more to come, and then we'll know exactly who's going to be in the race-off for the gold medal position. China next. Xiao Feiji, Lu Jiang, and Ji Hao. The final team in the mixed C1 to 5 team sprint qualification, looking for a time at least of 53.174 to pip the United States into that top two and get even closer, if they wanted to Great Britain of 49.808. So the pressure now on this Chinese team. Xi Zhaofei, Louis Zhang, Xi Hao, knowing exactly what they have to do. Pressure mounting towards the bottom of the table. They're the last team to go, but they do know exactly the times that they have to beat to get into the race-off for the gold medal. 49.808 is that new world record set by the British team just a few minutes ago. Darren Kenny, Richard Wadden and John Allen Buttonworth. The United States team second fastest so far, 53.174. Joseph Bahraini, Sam Kavanagh and Jennifer Schubel. Bahraini having a terrific Paralympic Games so far. And away we go, tremendous roar from the crowd. They'll be interesting in the times for the first lap. 20.421 was the time that the British team recorded for the first 250 meters of this velodrome. Now we'll see if China are anywhere near that time, and they certainly are. 20.237 so far. This Chinese side ahead of the British side and ahead as well of the United States team. Second lap time, 35.794, 34.997 for China. 0.797 of a second ahead. And this could be a new world record. 49.808 is that record. Here comes the Chinese team. 49.804 is a new world record. A tremendous effort by this Chinese side, who now will race off with Great Britain for the gold medal later in the day, and that relegates the United States into a bronze medal race-off with the Czech Republic. 49.804, a new world record for this Chinese side at the London 2012 Paralympic Games. Fabulous effort by Zhaofei Xi, Li Xiyang and Xi Hao of China, aged 23, 20 and 23 respectively, putting the hammer down and taking it to the British team from the off in the first lap. Fastest time as well in the second lap, and maintaining that pace to record that final time of 49.804. Joseph Bahraini of the United States. Disappointment for him. Delight for the Chinese team. You saw the British boys earlier on. They know they've got a real task on their hands. Later on today, they held the world record coming into this Paralympic Games. They established another world record of 49.808. But that was just broken by the Chinese team of 49.804. Unless the officials have got something to say about this. So just to recap, the top two racing off for gold later. That's going to be China and Great Britain. The Czech Republic will then face the United States for the race-off for a bronze medal position. And out of position are Australia, Germany, Spain, Ireland, Italy and New Zealand, the 10th fastest today. Some 7 seconds behind the fastest time recorded by that Chinese team with that world record of 49.804, a speed of 54.212 kilometers per hour. So a tremendous performance by the Chinese team. They will race Great Britain for that gold medal, United States and the Czech Republic for the bronze. And stay with us for more cycling.